All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We've got a big one today. We're answering the question of, are these Grail figures worth it? Now, this video is not for the diehard collectors. It's not for you people trying to just kind of collect them all. This is for those of you guys that are like, okay, I've got a gist of what I want. I've got a good plethora of figures. I want to expand. I'm down to spend a little bit of money. Not even a little, it's a lot. But we're gonna start off today with, I think, the biggest PSA out there. And it is, do not collect for the novelty of an item, in my opinion. It's hard to get about that, especially if money's limited, money's tight. Do not get so caught up in the hobby that you go down this rabbit hole of, I've got to get this thing. Do not fixate. And this is a figure that's like that. This is a figure many of you probably haven't seen ever, because there is about, I believe, 6,000 or 8,000 of this Grandies to base form Goku out there. This is from the Dragon Ball 30th anniversary. It's like a DVD, not DVD, maybe DVD? Is it DVD? A CD set. And this was included in it. It's super rare, right? It goes for alone about anywhere from 600 to $1,000. And it's not a figure that you should fixate on. It's a reuse of a reuse of a reuse of a reuse. There's no way that you can justify it if you, one, do not have the money, or two, you aren't a collector that is chosen to be like, okay, I'm going to collect them all. Right? And that's crazy coming from a guy that owns 2 of these. But this is part of the purpose of this video. This is the PSA. Good deals exist. This guy is so rare. There are people that just have him, sell him. They don't know how much he goes for. I got both of mine. I've got one of them for 100 and the other one for about 200. Right? That's a scenario where you would be dumb to not do it. Right? Good deals always come and go, but know when you fire that trigger. And this is a good PSA. A lot of people don't know that this even exists. There's a lot of bootlegs of this that exist. So just telling you guys, one, it's not worth it for retail. Do not ever, no, don't get this for market. But if you ever see it at a good price, it's legit, get it. But yeah, let's really get to the gist of this now that we got that out of the way. With a lot of figures here, people are currently wondering about. And I'm gonna start it off with GT, because new GT set got announced. These guys are going up in price. Let's put both of them. I was gonna do one at a time, but we're gonna do both. Are they worth it? Now, if you are the biggest GT fan, I would say get these guys. These guys have been expensive before the market went up a couple days ago. Currently, the entire set without the ape is 700, 750. With the ape, I've seen 800, I've seen 1,000. The market's fluctuating. I would say hold off. If you're like, okay, GT's my favorite, and that goes for any figure I talk about. If it's your favorite, it's going to be worth it to you. You're going to value it. But with the new ones coming out, hold off. Market's going to stabilize. And typically, if people end up liking the new ones over the old ones drop in price. So there's a lot of uncertainty going around right now. But these guys are, whoo, they're amazing, man. They're definitely worth it, but just not right now. Hold off on these 2. And then, of course, how can we talk about GT without talking about Gogeta? I've got him. I'm gonna outright just say that this guy's not worth it. Right now he's 250 with box, and I mean, there's a lot of other Gogeta options. Even if you settled for the Super Dragon Ball Hero ones, I think he fits perfectly with them. No one buys the Greatest Saiyan set for this guy. This guy has been historically the worst of the set. Not to say he's bad, but I would just say that with how many Gogeta options there are, it's not worth it right now. Hold off, especially if you considering buying any of the Greatest Saiyan set. And of course, the actual Great Ape itself, I'm gonna say that it's not worth it. The other Great Ape, I think, does justice to GT without the price point. Not to say that there's any flaws with the ape. I mean, it's incredibly big. It's got amazing detail. It's one of a kind, but personally, I can't justify the price point for what he offers, because the actual Super Saiyan 4 trio themselves offer a lot more to a display than the ape. The ape is kind of an accent piece because it's competing for other highlight figures, so for that reason I can't justify it to people, especially with the other one out, you know? The Red Dragon, though. Red Dragon, I would say, is worth it, because there's not a ton of dragons out there. Where the Great Ape, we got a re-release, we're not going to be getting one of this GT Dragon. At least, I wouldn't bet on it. He's the cheapest of all the dragons, excluding the Daima-2. So, overall, I would have to go with, yeah, he's worth it. He's the most affordable of the dragons. He's super unique in the sense of it representing GT, and it does add to a shelf, I think more than the ape, to be honest. And it works very well as an accent piece, where the ape wants to be a highlight figure that has to settle for an accent, in my opinion. But moving on, let's get kind of a 3-in-1 here. These are Supermaster Star Piece. We've got the 2018 and the 2021 Super Saiyan 4 Gokus. Let's talk about why one of them has got regular color and shading and the other one's got manga dimensions. For those of you that don't know, Supermaster Star Piece releases in sets of 4, going from the anime colors, which have shading, the manga, which do not, the tones, which are black and white, and manga dimension, which are 2D kind of, right? This guy is my favorite all-time Supermaster Star Piece. I would say without a doubt he is worth it. I think his price is very, very fair for a Grail figure, and he's amazing. But for about $100 less, and still retail on some places, you could get the regular, or not the regular, but this one. Not manga dimension, but I think he does great. He displays really well next to other pieces, like the ape, like Omega Shenron. Like, he does an amazing job. Manga dimensions as a whole, you've got to be kind of a collector that wants the manga dimensions to get them. People usually try to grab all of them or none of them. It's like a jack of all trades or a master of none kind of thing. So manga dimensions, to me, they're kind of meh. But for some of you guys, look down that rabbit hole. I think it's a really fun thing to collect and really unique. I more so like the tones, the black and white pieces. But it's about time we move on from GT. Let's go to the Buu saga. And how can we not start off with the highlight of highlight figures of that? We've got Fat Buu. The OG Fat Buu, in fact. So, with the new one that's out, I'm gonna go with no. The new one is about 115 retail. You could still get him on pre-order. And he's literally the same thing. So why would you overpay for this one if the other one gets 90% of the same job done? I get it that the other one does take up a lot more space, but it's literally the same thing for 200. This is 200, 250 plus importing. No, like don't get greedy. Let the greed subside. Go chill, man. You don't need it. Not even a little bit, you don't need it. Right? And we're gonna move on to a figure that's kind of the same thing. And this might be another figure that a lot of you guys have never seen. This is Figuarts Zero Super Buu. He's the same scale as the Master Lease one once you take off the pedestal that he's on. I do prefer this one over the other one, but not by a substantial amount. I was talking with Matches Peaches, and we were like, yeah, like this one's got things to appreciate, but the other one does in the same right. I think this guy really makes figures around him shine. He is the #1 accent figure of all figures I own, to be honest. Like, it's a hard thing to describe, but he really elevates other figures around him. But again, I've seen him at 200, 250, 400, 650. Like, he's such a novelty figure and rare that it's hard to justify getting him unless you find him for the right price. And not only that, but you're a big Super Buu fan like me. But another figure that's getting another iteration is E-Moving Majin Vegeta. And this is a guy where I would argue the opposite. I would say, hey, actually, this guy has a lot to provide that the new one coming out doesn't. This one's got the battle damage. He's in a more dynamic pose, whether you want to have the fist out or the screaming face that I don't have on me right now. And he's beautiful. He's had the Grail status for so many years. He's been consistent in his price, around $100, give or take 20. And I would say, hey, if people end up not liking the other one, there's a good chance that this guy might go up. So I would say he's worth it to buy, and I would buy him sooner than later in this video. So yeah, but for our last figure of the Majin Buu saga, we've got, we'll just get it out the way, the king of Vegito figures, MSP. Alright, new Grandista came out. People are hyped. Yo, we finally got Grandista Vegito. I'm gonna keep it a buck. This dude's still the king. He is on top. I'm a big Vegito guy. Vegito believer, #1. He's just not... He's not dethroned. He is the best Vegito figure out there. He's absolutely worth it. Grab him. You won't be disappointed if you're a Vegito fan. And he scales perfectly for representation. And our next figures. You like that? That's a transition right there. Oh my god, I'm killing it today. We've got Strongest Saiyan. I hate these figures. Like, their price does not dictate their worth in the slightest. Not only that, they just continue to go up. These dudes were 300 for the set at a time. I've seen them at 500 now. And they're just not all that. It's the same Vegeta pose we see again and again and again and again. The Goku one's unique, but let's not pretend like we don't got 50 base form Gokus I get it if you want to pick this one. I get it if you want to go with these guys for their versatility, but we have so many variations of the same character in the same form that if you're gonna drop 200 for this one and 300 for this one, or even 200 for both, I mean, go for it, but it's just not worth it. It's the two Grail figures here that I think are the most scammy of Grail figures are these two frauds. Great figures with horrible value. Oh my goodness. I'll say it. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to keep it a buck. You know? Look, real friends tell you the things that you don't want to hear. And let's be 100% transparent. Strongest chains are not worth it. You don't need them. I promise you don't. Hey, let me tell you an underrated figure, in fact, for base form Goku that you should go with. That's way more worth it than Strongest Chains, because he's a fraction of the price. He's like 20 bucks. Okay, this is one I repainted, but MSP base form Goku, it's a fucking amazing base form Goku. He's actually, I like base form MSP Goku more than Strong Chains Goku. Get that one. It's really cool. I like him. You won't be disappointed. It wouldn't be an apple throat video if we didn't go off the rails here. A couple more Grail figures that we're going to talk about. Just give me a second while I pull them out. We'll be right back. Actually, almost forgot. Great Ape Vegeta, and this is a tough one because he's my favorite ape of the apes, the king of the apes. His detail is so good, and it's just unfortunate because he continues to go up in price as the only like true highlight figure of the Saiyan saga. To me, he's worth it, but he's 350 to 500 now, so that's something you gotta sit with yourself. But if you find that his value would meet that price point to you, go for it. I think he won't disappoint. But now I'm gonna grab a couple more. All right. We're back, and we've got more like an honorable mentions kind of piece. These aren't necessarily considered Grail status, but they are rare and expensive figures. And let's go left to right. We'll start off with the older Grandista. It kind of depends. I think some of them are worth it, and some of them are not. Like, these are kind of the more expensive ones here. And Super Saiyan 3 Grandista Goku. I'd say Super Saiyan 3 isn't really worth it unless you're dedicating a shelf to taller figures like Super Master Star Piece, Grandista, Bandai World Figure Coliseum, Extreme Figure, and such. And I would say base form Goku is my favorite of between this one and Super Saiyan. Base form for Vegeta is absolutely more worth it. UI Goku, it's up to you. Go check out my video unboxing it. Genki Daimatsuri Vegeta, I would say is worth it, but the originals are not for their price. Otherwise, we've got a couple more that I would like to touch on over here. We're going a little off script. Yoink. Let's go over here. This guy, Bandai World Figure Coliseum, Bye Bye Goku. With the re-release, I think he's absolutely worth it. This is one of my favorite base form Goku figures of all time. We touched on this guy a little bit right now. Angel Goku, I would say, I would get him before he sells out on Big Bad Toy Store. This Broly is my favorite. There's a ton of them out there, so you can't go wrong with any of them besides like the 20th, whatever it is, the 20th set one. This guy, Eye of the Beholder, I think he's absolutely worth it. He's stunning. I love him. Shenron's an interesting one because I think this guy is more worth it than the Ultimate Variation one, which is the same as the Red Dragon we showed earlier, but green, different horns. He's the most worth it of them, but he's about 500 now. So I'm... man, if it's worth 500 to you, then yes, get this one. You'll be pleased. This dude, oh, I love him. Oh my god. Absolutely worth it. Same with this Broly. Absolutely worth it. And otherwise, that's all I've got for you guys today. Feels like we often end touching on these shelves. These are kind of more of my Grail-y shelves, but that is all I've got for you guys in today's video. I hope this helped some of you guys out. Toughy to make, toughy to be like, yeah, buy these, don't, because really it's up to you, but that's all I got. If you guys enjoyed this video, really appreciate it if you could drop a like. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye, bye-bye.